Alright everybody, so you are watching the MLA Template video, and this is something that we will be working with all year, so I'm glad you're setting it up now. When you open Microsoft Word, the first thing I'm going to have you do is actually save this document. It can be to your documents or whatever, but I'm going to have you save it as MLA Template. That way, if you ever have an issue or you don't remember, you can just go back to it and open up the template and you'll know how to set this up. So when you open Microsoft Word, your default settings are not going to be MLA, which is kind of annoying but pretty easy to change. So the first thing we're always going to check for is margins. And the way you do that is to go to Page Layout, click Margins, and just make sure that they are all set at 1 inch all the way around. That is considered normal margins. Then we're going to check the spacing. So if you're still in the Page Layout tab, you can actually click this little button on Paragraph to pop up Paragraph Settings. And a couple things you'll want to make sure of. So first, you want to make sure that both before and after spacing are set at 0 point, and they won't be set there automatically. You have to make sure they're both set at 0. Auto is not the same as 0, so if you go down too much, it'll say auto. We don't want that, we want it at 0. You also want to make sure your line spacing is set at double. And then finally, you want to check the box that says don't add space between paragraphs of the same style, otherwise you'll get some funky spacing issues. So once you've done those three things, before and after spacing, double spacing, clicked don't add space, go ahead and click OK. Alright, the next thing we're going to check is font. So if you go back to the home screen, your default font, again, is not in MLA. It's probably set at Calibri, so we're going to change that to Times New Roman, everybody's favorite font, and we're going to increase the font size to 12. The default is 11, but we want it at 12. Next, we're going to set up your header, which is the thing that says your last name and the page number in the upper right-hand corner. So pay particular attention. The way we're going to do this, we're going to go to the Insert tab. And it's tempting to click header because that's what we're creating, but actually you want to click page number. We want it at the top of the page, and we want it on the right side. So click that. A number will automatically pop up here in the right-hand or upper right-hand corner of your page. And what you've now done is you've now set your pages up so where the number will change on every page. So that's what we want. Now you just need to type your last name. Sorry, I thought they were making an announcement. JK. Okay, now you just need to type your last name in front of the page number. So I've typed Skoglund's 1. Sometimes this will not automatically be Times New Roman font, so make sure that both the number and your last name are in Times New Roman 12. Again, MLA is going to want to, Microsoft Word is going to want to default that to Calibri, and that's not what we want. So once you have that set up, you can click out of here. And we're going to set up what's called our heading. We just did our header, now we're doing our heading. And so that is going to be where you tell me your name and the class and all that good stuff. So on the first line, you're going to type your name. Click Enter. You're going to then type my name, which is Mrs. Skoglund, and I'm typing that for you now so you know how to spell it for the rest of the year. On the third line, you're going to type your class. So I'd like for you to put your class name. So for example, Pre-AP English 2. And then I'd also like for you to put the hour. So if you would just put a colon and then put hour 1 or whatever hour you're in. The last line of your header is going to be the date, and again, this is kind of tricky, so this is how you do it. You always type the day first. So for example, today is August 19th, 2015, so I'm going to type 19. Then I'm going to type August. We never want to shorten the month, so type the full name out. And then I'm going to type the year, 2015. Then I'm going to hit enter, and I'm ready to begin whatever I'm working on. So the next thing I did is I actually centered my text because I'm going to put my title here. In MLA, your title is not capitalized, it is not bolded, it is not underlined, it is just written as the title. So just type title, hit enter, and then we're going to want to go back to our left alignment after the title. To begin your writing, you are going to want to tab in one because we will indent new paragraphs. So I'm just going to say begin your writing here. That is the basic MLA setup. One other thing I do want to show you really quickly is how we set up internal citations for MLA because we will use those a lot in writing. So for example, if you have a quotation and then you're going to have a citation, I'm just going to type citation. You always want to have your citation at the end of the sentence in parentheses, and it will be the author, last name, and page number. So a citation looks like this. If we were studying George Orwell, that's who we're going to read first in Pre-AP English, for example. It would be Orwell 59, or whatever the page is. Alright, I think that is it for basic MLA setup. So again, if you didn't already save this template, make sure you do that because I think that'll really help you this year. You can just open that up anytime and then start a paper from there.